Hey guys, it's Famous Criminals, and I'm just gonna address the recent allegations made against me just to clear the air. By the way, this video is sponsored by Blue Chew. Blue Chew is a product that helps you get boners. Anyway, the allegations are true. I did indeed do the Humpty in a Burger King bathroom, and it makes me really sad that only 5 of you are gonna get that reference. I'm also publicly admitting that I used to think this haircut looked cool when I was 15. It was a different time, guys, but I'm announcing my retirement from YouTube and OnlyFans. I'm gonna go back to my day job as a forklift operator at a dog food factory. Goodbye. Alright, so today on Famous Criminals, I'm gonna do something a little different. Hopefully this doesn't bring the wrong type of audience to my channel. I'm very thankful to have 5,000 subscribers. If it wasn't for you guys, I'd be spending more time with my family and girlfriend. You know, she's pregnant, so obviously I'm trying to save up enough money to move very far away from her. And you know, 10 years ago, things were really different. My hair is naturally curly, and nowadays it's cool to have curly hair. But back then, if you were a fuckboy and you wanted to get laid, and you had this fucking mop head, you know what I mean? You had to fucking straighten your hair. It's like the more you looked like a girl, the more girls looked at you. It was always the dudes with emo cuts getting the girls. I used to fucking straighten my hair. And I realized it works when you're in high school, but it doesn't work in college. And it definitely doesn't work in the real world. I mean, you can't go to a business meeting with fucking hair like this, you know what I mean? Anyway, this is the fucking dude. His name is Austin Jones. He looks like that guy at Walmart that wants you to switch to Comcast, but he is a criminal and he is in jail. I mean, he used to be very popular on this video hosting website called TubeYube. You know, he made these basic bitch covers of early 2000s emo music. This is what he looks like. You know, this is who lesbians fuck before they realize they're lesbians. Anyway, in 2015, this fucking guy was caught soliciting twerking videos from 14-year-old girls.
Okay, the second move is like bending over and trying to make it bounce. So it's like this. Like that.
Now, a lot of you probably have some really harsh and negative opinions towards me right now, and I understand why you do. But I'm asking you to please put those opinions aside for a few minutes and listen to everything I have to say. And if by the end of the video you still have the same opinion, then so be it. But at least you will have your opinion based off of the full story and the truth. I've recently come under some fire on social media for mistakes I've made in the past. I used to ask fans for twerking videos.
What a sick piece of shit. Many underage women started coming forward saying that he DM'd them and asked for similar videos. You'd think this would ruin his career, but it actually gave him more attention and he became more successful. And of course, he made a bullshit apology video, kind of like the one I did, you know, in the beginning of this video. So you think at this point, Austin would be like, man, I just got caught. People know what I'm into. I better quit. I'm probably being watched heavy right now. I mean, that's how a reasonable person thinks, right? Like, if you get caught doing something, you better stop. But no, man, not this dude. He kept doing the same shit. And every week, there were these new leaked DMs of him soliciting underage girls. And he wasn't even trying to hide it, man. And that's when Homeland Security started investigating who he was, like he was Osama bin Laden. And they found out that he was producing adult content, but without the adults. They arrested this fucking dude at the airport, searched his phone, and they found some pretty fucked up shit. His bond was $100,000. He bonded out, he got on house arrest, he pled guilty, and he is currently serving a 10-year jail sentence, and rumor has it his cellmate is bisexual.
Wanted 11 years in prison. The defense attorney here said 5 would be appropriate. The judge splitting the difference, sentencing him to 10 years behind bars. Like you said, very emotional day in court today. 2 of his teenage girl victims, they were in court with their parents. They spoke out talking about how this had affected their life. Today, though, prosecutors saying he physically may not have been with these young girls, but he certainly was with them at night in their bedrooms. 26-year-old YouTube sensation Austin Jones will head to prison after he has pleaded guilty to receiving child pornography. Prosecutors say from 2016 to 2017, he used his celebrity status to manipulate teenage girls who were fans of him. He had them send pornographic videos and photos to him. He is from Bloomingdale, Illinois. He used Facebook Messenger to make these little girls touch themselves and dance for him, saying things like, "Prove you're my biggest fan." Prosecutors say he was obsessed with making the girls talk about their ages in these videos. In every single instance, he asked the girls to repeat how old they were, 14 or 15 years old. He told them they were trying out for modeling opportunities or he could get them more Instagram followers. 2 of the girls spoke today. They tearfully explained to the judge they have been through hell. Both say they have struggled with self-harm and suicidal thoughts. They say Jones preyed on their low self-esteem, and they are ashamed. The girls' parents today also spoke up, saying this is a parent's worst nightmare. They called Jones a predator with fame.
So just so you know, if you go to jail with bad paperwork, then you will get a beat down by the other inmates. I put this Plato quote in the beginning of the video, "Silence is consent." And I feel like it's relevant to Austin Jones because it was known that he was into little girls. He was exposed years before he went to jail, but the people around him didn't give a shit. If only he had Big Bank Chico to smack him up and tell him what he's doing is wrong, you know? Now, there actually is one person who defended this guy, and he left a really long comment here. In my opinion, is he's doing this to like multiple underage girls, and it's not like they're 17, they're fucking 14, you know? That's pretty unforgivable. And Austin is making them do these types of things. It might damage them psychologically. They might get older and have a lot of regret. It's undoubtedly predatory. And the comment mentioned that there's a double standard, that if a woman was doing this, then nobody would care. Like if a woman was soliciting young boys, no one would care. And yeah, there is a double standard. There's less women in jail compared to men. Women serve shorter prison sentences compared to men for the same crimes. If a man gets divorced, then it's the woman who gets the house, you know. If a woman hits a man, people think it's funny. If a man hits a woman, he goes to jail. The point that I'm trying to make is that women get away with a lot, and we tend to go easier on them. And I'm not saying that's how it should be, but that's just how things are, you know what I mean? There is a double standard. I mean, I think Bruce Jenner turned himself into a woman just so she can avoid child support, and so we could forget that she killed somebody. But let me know what you guys think.